Right now, you are being distracted. While you are doom scrolling through the news about US-Iran war, or you're watching the Fed, that if it is increasing or decreasing the rates, the most dangerous heist in human history is happening in total silence. You think the war is going to be about borders? Well, you're wrong. The next war is being fought over a single shiny metal that makes your entire life possible. Without it, the solar energy revolution grinds to a halt. Every electronic device that you own today falls apart, and the massive AI infrastructure being built around right now, it needs more of the metal than we may actually have. I am talking about silver. Silver has crashed from $94 to around $70 since the start of the US-Iran war. But while the Western investors are happy being the paper tigers and shifting their investments in the US Treasuries, China is playing a 40-year game of survival because they know a terrifying truth. Without silver, the future is cancelled. No clean water, no modern medicine, and a total blackout for 5G and artificial intelligence. So in this video, we're going to look under the hood of this massive geopolitical heist, why the news you're watching is a mirage, what nuances you need to understand before investing, and why the country that holds the physical metal will rule the next 50 years. The silver market has completely lost its mind. Silver went from being practically ignored at $30 an ounce to exploding past $120, only to suffer a disastrous 30% crash a single day later. If you read the headlines, the traditional media blamed it on the US-Iran war and the US Federal Reserve for keeping the interest rates high. Now, what the hell does this mean to a regular investor? It makes absolutely no sense, right? Because silver is a precious metal and it is supposed to be a safe haven. So when war breaks out and the world panics, investors are supposed to run towards precious metals to protect their wealth. To understand why this sell-off is happening, we need to look under the hood of the financial system. To see the reality behind the numbers, you have to understand the fundamental divide in how the world actually buys its metals. And here are the two completely different ways to own silver. The first is physical silver and the second is paper silver. Let's start with the physical silver. And this is exactly what it sounds like. It is a tangible bar, a coin, or a round of actual silver metal. Tangible means that you can touch it, you can feel it, and you can see it definitely. So when you buy physical silver, you take delivery of it. You hold it in your hand, you put it in a safe, or you pay a secure facility to store it for you. For example, in the US, you have massive private fortresses like the Delaware Depository, while in India, companies like Sequel Logistics are specifically built to move and safeguard precious metals. Now, the biggest advantage of the physical silver is something called as zero counterparty risk. Counterparty risk is just a fancy Wall Street term that means depending on someone else to keep their promise. If you hold a physical silver bar, you don't have to worry if your bank goes bankrupt, if the stock market crashes, or if a trading platform freezes your account. The metal is yours. It has intrinsic value and it exists independently of the financial system. But physical silver is heavy. It costs money to ship and it costs money to safely store. Because of that inconvenience, Wall Street invented something called as paper silver. Paper silver is a financial product like an exchange-traded fund or an ETF or a futures contract that tracks the price of silver. So when you buy paper silver, you don't actually get any metal. You don't own the actual silver metal. You just hold a digital receipt on your phone that copies whatever the real price is doing. If the real silver goes up $10, your digital receipt goes up $10. But you never actually touch a single piece of the metal. Imagine you and a million other people give your money to a giant financial fund. The fund takes all the cash, buys a massive pile of real silver bars and locks them inside a high security vault. Now they then give you a digital ticket on your phone and that ticket represents a tiny slice of that silver pie. If the price of real silver goes up, the value of your digital price goes up. You can sell your ticket to another investor in 1 second. The catch is that you're never allowed to take the digital ticket for the vault and ask for real silver. Now that you see the fundamental difference between physical metal and paper promises, the great silver crash of 2026 suddenly makes perfect sense. When the US-Iran war conflict escalated and the Federal Reserve kept the interest rates high, a wave of panic hit the global markets. Investors realized they could get a guaranteed high interest payout by just holding US government debt, also known as treasuries. I have explained this in absolute detail in my previous video, so do check it out. So what happens afterwards is that millions of investors and computer algorithms decided they wanted cash right now to buy those treasuries. And because the vast majority of Western investors hold a paper silver, they were able to liquidate their positions instantly. So the massive flood of paper selling is what crashed the global price of silver. Western day traders are playing a short-term casino game. They only care about the next quarter. But on the other hand, China is playing a game designed for the next 40 years. Decades ago, China quietly bought up the world's rare earth minerals while the West was sleeping. Today, they control approximately 90% of that entire refining of the most important critical minerals of the world. They cornered the global tech industry before anyone even realized a race was happening. And right now, they are running the exact same playbook with silver. In just 60 days, they imported 790 tons of real physical silver, the highest in the 8 years. So what the hell is China up to? Why are they hoarding this metal like their life depends on it? You have to understand the basic difference between gold and silver. Gold is a hoarder's metal, which means that when a central bank buys gold, they lock it in a basement and it sits there for 100 years. It is almost never used up. In fact, nearly every ounce of gold ever mined in human history still exists today in some or the other form. But silver is a functional metal. It is the most electrically conductive, the most thermally conductive, and the most reflective metal on Earth. There is no viable substitute for it. If you want to build a solar panel, an electric vehicle, or a high-end AI microchip, you need silver. Gold is monetary metal, but silver is a monetary as well as a functional metal. And China understood this. And how did they understand? Because they have used this playbook before. In 1992, Deng Xiaoping famously said, "The Middle East has oil, but China has rare earths." They spent 30 years cornering that market, and today, China controls majority of refining of virtually every critical mineral on Earth. Now they're doing exactly the same thing with silver, and they are hoarding it because it is irreplaceable backbone of 4 massive technological waves. The first one is solar wave. Every solar panel on Earth relies on silver conductive paste to turn sunlight into electricity. In 2024, solar merely accounted for 20% of global industrial demand. Second is the electrical vehicle wave. An EV is a supercomputer on wheels. Between the battery management systems and the complex sensors, a single EV uses up to 50 grams of silver. That is up to 80% more silver than traditional gas car. China is the world's largest EV market, and they know that if they don't hold the physical metal, their entire automotive industry will just shut down. Third is the connectivity wave, that is 5G, 6G, and the artificial intelligence. Now, AI runs on data centers, and those data centers runs on silver. To move the massive amounts of data required for artificial intelligence, you need high frequency signals because silver has the highest surface conductivity of any metal. It is the best material on Earth for transmitting 5G and 6G signals into minimal data loss. From the high-speed connectors in NVIDIA's GPUs to the thousands of 5G base stations being built every month, silver is the metal the industry turns to when copper and gold simply can't keep up. Fourth and the most important one is the biosurvival wave. So beyond the tech, silver is a biological monopoly. Silver ions are toxic to bacteria and viruses, killing 99.9% of the pathogens. It is now one of the most widely used antimicrobial technologies in advanced wound care and a critical component in water purification systems around the world. So if you listen to the day traders, they act like they can just print more digital silver forever. But in the real world, we are hitting a brick wall. Silver is not just limited, it's becoming a civilizational scarcity. And China isn't playing a 5-year profit game. China is playing for a 40-year monopoly because they understand 3 fatal bottlenecks of the silver market. Firstly, roughly 72% of all silver is produced as a byproduct of mining from other metals like copper, lead, and zinc. This is a supply deadlock. You cannot magically increase silver production unless the world also massively ramps up mining for copper, lead, and zinc. Second is the recycling problem. You see, guys, gold is immortal. Almost every ounce of gold ever mined still exists in a vault somewhere. Silver is used in such microscopic amounts in our phones, solar panels, and AI chips that it is economically impossible to recycle. We are spreading this precious metal so thin across the planet's landfills that it is effectively lost to humanity. The accessible pile of silver is shrinking every single day. And then there is physical monopoly. While the West holds paper, China holds the refineries. Even though countries like Peru and Mexico have the most silver in the ground, China's control approximately 70% of the world's silver refining capacity. By implementing their January 2026 export restrictions requiring government approval for every ounce of silver leaving the country, they've effectively put a lock on the world's industrial nervous system. Now, they are hoarding the physical metal because they know that in the world of 5G and 6G, advanced robotics and artificial intelligence, the paper contracts traded on Wall Street are worthless. 40 years from now, economic historians won't really look back at the interest rate hikes of 2026. They will look back at the moment the West sold its physical future for digital paper, while the East quietly backed up the cargo ships. The silver run has already begun, and in the future, silver won't just be a safe haven, it could become the most fought over metal on Earth. So the question left is, are you holding a digital receipt or are you holding the future of technology in your hands?